Hello, my name is Martin, and I'm going to be reviewing these G435 headphones from Logitech. The microphone that you're hearing right now is actually coming from the headset itself, so it's going to give you a nice baseline of which to compare from. This is what it will sound like. So, a bit of context, I'm coming from these G432 headphones. They're in comparison a lot bigger, and just feel a bit more clunkier. These G435 headphones are fantastically light. They're very comfortable on the head. I will say that maybe if you are a larger head user, maybe might be a bit of a struggle to get on. These are very small, and they do go to a very small size. I consider these 432s as a good baseline. They're generally a little bit bigger than average. Yeah, you can see a bit of a size difference there. So ideally, if you do have a very small head, these are going to be perfect for you. If you do have a larger head, maybe not so much. The band, people have complained about it. I think it's quite comfortable. I don't have a lot of hair. I mean, sorry, I have a little bit of hair to pad it, I guess. If you're a bald user, maybe it might cause a bit of an abrasion. Other than that, they're not too bad at all. Like you can hear the microphone, it's quite clear. You can hear what I'm saying, but the only other issue is that maybe you can hear as well while I'm typing. It's hard to distinguish between the two. I'm just typing out. This is probably me in a game if I'm like moving the mouse, and I've got quite a loud keyboard to be fair. I've got this brown switch keyboard from Keychron. If it were blue, I think maybe you might run into a bit of trouble. The microphone is not a strong point. It's a weaker point of the headphones, but acceptable, I would say. Definitely with these other headphones where they have a form of extruding mic, you're going to get it a lot clearer, and the sensitivity is going to be a lot more fine tuned. The sound itself is fantastic. The bass is brill. I can hear very clearly. The fidelity in the music is ideal if I'm listening to music. In games, you can hear the main like basses and clicks. If you're playing a more muted game, if there were like more middle sounds, maybe it might be a bit of a struggle. But I think these are very, very decent. The lack of G-Hub support and equalization is a bit of a killer for me. I have been debating whether to return these simply based on that fact. G-Hub is a great piece of kit for equalizing your headphones, and without it, I mean, I hope support comes in the future for them. Another issue that you might find is the ear cups. Now, the ear cups, they don't feel great. They're fine, like feeling wise, but for most people, I think they might be a bit of a struggle. But the biggest problem is the creakiness. As soon as I'm like moving my head or I'm like opening my mouth, I can hear the creakiness in the pads themselves. So that's not ideal. I think also a lot of people have been commenting that it gets quite hot as well in these, and I can see where they're coming from. Don't expect to wear a jumper in the summer with these on. You will probably die if you have the jumper off. Still a bit unbearable, so I can see how that might be an issue. I'm looking at some replacement ones that are £10, so I think it's a worthwhile compromise, for something that I personally want to change. So yeah, that's ideal. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's much else to say. If you have any questions, do feel free to leave a reply to this video or whatever review I put. And yeah, catch you on the flip side in a bit.
Recensione flash G435 della Logitech, comprate non pensando che potessero essere, diciamo, così buone, erano il giusto compromesso di prezzo, qualità e marca, e devo ammettere che sono delle cuffie veramente con cui mi sono trovato molto bene. Non riuscivo a trovare un paio di cuffie con il microfono integrato che non fossero voluminose e costose, e soprattutto qualcuno diceva che poteva essere un inconveniente il microfono integrato. Invece devo ammettere che funziona alla perfezione, esteticamente non mi dispiacciono, facilissimi da usare, pochi pulsanti, quelli che servono, si connettono velocissimamente tramite chiavetta, e devo ammettere veramente talmente leggere da scordarle in testa, mai scaricate, nel senso che quando ho finito di fare le mie cose al computer le metto in carica e fino ad ora mai riuscito a scaricare, nonostante ore e ore di gioco o di lavoro. Ottime, devo ammettere, per il prezzo pagato, che cuffie. Unica pecca forse i materiali, sono comunque plasticose, non hanno stoffa nel padiglione auricolare, e questa imbottitura molto probabilmente cederà con il tempo. Per il resto un ottimo acquisto.
Se non hai il Bluetooth con questa vai da Dio, semplicemente perfetta.
Questa è una prova di registrazione utilizzando il microfono integrato delle G435 di Logitech.